I've got Rob Chiaroli with me today, and we are going to talk about personality types. Is
That's it, yep.
correct?
Yep.
Something like that. So, personality types in the workforce, and if you can work out someone's personality type,
Yep, their behaviours and so on. Yep.
behaviours, that would give you a better insight on how to handle conflict, or how to handle meetings, or how to motivate people
That's it.
as
Yep,
well in
perfect.
business. If you have got someone working for you, or even if you're dealing with someone you're working for, if you can understand their personality traits, it makes life a lot easier for you to work with them
And influence them and get the desired result. So perfect, So
is there a summary, a summary of personality types?
yeah, so let me go through this. This goes back, believe it or not, Bic, it goes back almost 100 years. So it goes back to the days of Carl Jung, where he identified that people are either on different scales. They're either extroverts or introverts. They either think things through or feel things through.
Yes.
And they either sense things or judge things.
Yeah.
So in the 1920s, ever since then, we've had people using that information to produce these models. And people might have heard of Myers-Briggs and DISC and a whole range of other models. So DISC is one of the longest going. It's since the 1940s. And I'm an extended DISC consultant and trainer. So I use DISC all the time. So I help people understand that, importantly, to understand themselves. So firstly, understand your own behaviour. Behaviour is influenced by the time you're 7 or 8. Your inherent behaviour is already determined.
Right.
So the way your parents bring you up, the way you've been influenced, will determine whether you're extrovert or introvert, whether you think or judge things. So that part of it is almost set for life. There is a second profile with DISC, so that's called your adapted profile. So you're in work environment, what happens with people around you, your family upbringing after that 7 or 8 is you're adapted. So and the important thing there is that your home profile is your comfort zone. So if you could live your life like that for the rest of your life, you'd be sitting pretty. But the reality is that work, people will change that dynamic. And so you use energy. So for me, DISC is all about energy. So the more energy you need to expend to deal with a particular person or trait or whatever, that's where you get burnout. That's where you get stress and conflict happening. So understanding what your inherent behaviour should be and the behaviour that you're acting, if you like, and also what other people are doing, that's where the beauty of DISC profiling comes in place. So if you're a leader of people, for example, you'll have a whole range of DISC profiles in your team. So when you're managing that team, trying to lead that team, having an appreciation of those different profiles allows you to allocate different job roles to the right person because it's more congruent with their behaviour. So a very detailed introverted person should get the planning and the spreadsheeting type activities. The extrovert needs to get the more customer service type roles. So you can map it all out ideally that way. It also helps with recruiting because if you know you've got a gap in your team of a particular type, when you go out and recruit, instead of looking at 100 or 150 applications, you narrow it down to the ones that you want to do, then look at their DISC profile, and then you've got a better insight as to which one will actually fit
the job profile,
the profile and into your team as well.
Wow. Within a job, you could have various personalities anyway, though.
Absolutely. Yes. And so the appreciation there is, and this is what I train again clients when we go through their profiles, is there is no good or bad profile. All right. So you can have a salesperson. So in DISC you've got the 4 profiles. You've got the D, I, S, and C. So D is dominance, so it tends to be more extrovert and so on. I is influence, so it's a bit more of a social person. S is steadiness, so they tend to be they like steady team consistency. And then the C is the conscientiousness, which is the detail person. All right.
So the perfectionist almost.
And they like details. So you can also talk about those different job types. So your D is your director type. Run and drive businesses. I's are your salespeople, your marketers, people that like to interact with people. S tend to be, I call it the mother type, so counsellors, teachers, people who like to help people. Nurture are the S type. And then the C are the architects, the technicians, the electricians, engineers, and so on. So they're the broad categories. But like I said, it doesn't mean that you can't, you can have an I person who's very social, that can do detail.
Can do detail.
And what happens is that you often have a mixture. You're not usually just one profile. So for example, in mine, I'm an IS with a dash of C. Right? So I've got the IS profile, but I can do detail. So when I need to write plans and do spreadsheets or write programs, I use my C energy to get stuck into something detail. And that's what I train people to understand what their profile is. And it doesn't mean, for example, I don't have D in me. So the go get them at all cost type thing, that's not part of my personality. But if I need to use D energy to drive a result or whatever, you play with that D energy. You understand what that means, and so you play D for a while. Can't do it all the time because it takes energy to do that. Then you go back into your core profile. So that's what I train people to do, that if they, if they're a C energy, they like being behind a computer, they don't want to deal with people, well, just go out and network. 1 day a week. Just go out there and just play with that I energy.
To work out the personality types, is it a questionnaire or is it an interview?
So it's an online questionnaire. You can get these done for free. If you go to 123test.com, that's a website, you can get your disc profile done for free. It's not a very detailed profile. The ones I do, it's called an extended disc, so I call it disc on steroids. Gives you a 20 plus page report, but it's a 10-minute online questionnaire. It's 20 questions. As a result of that, it gives you this report and it tells you what your profile is. So very worthwhile.
So as a business owner, you have to have multiple of those levels as well, and you just also work out what you're lacking in and maybe employing somebody with the traits that you don't have.
That's right.
Once you've established the person's personality, how then do you know how to deal and how to treat them?
So that's what I do with my reports. So when I do the reports, I do a whole 1 hour consultation with it, and we describe how to then use the information. So I actually teach people how to use it, how to identify other people's personalities purely through observation of their behaviour, and then you can maintain it and work with it. You can use this for recruiting. You can, like I said, recruit the right people, but also dealing with people. And also in sales, so you can imagine
that's
that.
Correct,
if you're a particular personality and you need to deal with somebody who's a different personality type, then the report that I give you gives you your do's and don'ts. For example, for a C person, the ones who are introverted and behind a computer, you don't want to go and touch them at all. You don't want to invade their personal space. With an I person who's very social, they want that connection. So if you're the opposite, you need to understand that.
It's knowing which buttons to push.
Because that then your rapport is improved. And the rapport then leads to your sales.
Well, I've been in sales for 8 years in my other business. And there are lots of different personalities out there. You learn to...
You can pick,
You learn how to deal with people on the job.
And this is a more systematic way of understanding that. It actually puts it in the boxes and you understand, okay, that's why they're acting that way, or that's why they don't talk much, or that's why this is why this person's complaining all the time and they're never happy, they're always coming back to me for an issue. So you can predict that and then use it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You've got some links that you could
absolutely
add.
Yep.
So I'll put the links on the description box down below. And if you have any questions, you can just comment on the comment section. And I'll put Rob's details as well in the description.
Thank you.
Okay.